Okay, welcome fellow YouTubers to the first of hopefully many videos coming out here. Focus of today's video will be a review of the Ka-Bar fighting knife with plain edge and foliage green. The emphasis is going to be on my initial impressions, as I have not tested this knife. I just received it. So without further ado, any non-related knife topics will come at the end of the video because I hate it when they don't start right away. So here we go. Just some data over the knife. This is all coming from the manufacturer because I'm currently in Afghanistan. I don't have access to scales and things of that nature. So we're looking at 11.75 inches. It's 29.84 centimeters for the overall length with a 7-inch blade, which is 17.78 centimeters. The blade steel is 1095. Handle is made of a synthetic material called Kraton, or Kraton. It's in the fashion of the old stack leather, but it's not stack leather. It's Kraton. There's no serration. It's plain edge, false edge on the back. Blade coating is described as non-reflective epoxy coating, and the sheath is described as hard plastic. Okay, so here we go. First impression, size. Guys, this is a really big knife, right? Have you ever gotten to the top of a diving board after being told how tall it is and thought, whoa, that's pretty tall? You know what I'm talking about. This is a foot of blade, so you're going to have to find a foot of real estate on your kit to put this. Something to think about. It's also important because you got to think of the implications of taking something like this out in a public environment, right? Even military combat operations or civilian setting. You take this out to cut some rope or some bread or something, it's going to elicit a response. All right, it's big. So you got to decide, is that something response that you want or don't want? Neither a good or bad thing, just something to be aware of. Okay, so let's talk about the blade. All coatings wear, so just accept it. It is going to wear on you. I chose a straight edge, not serration, and this is a false edge. It's not bladed. So I'm not anti double edge knives, and I'm not anti serrations. I just think they have their time and their place, but that's beyond the scope of this video. I'm going to keep it about this knife. My second major impression with this, because of the fuller right here, also known as a blood groove, and the thinness of the blade, it's pretty light. It's very light. It's fast in the hand. So, interesting. Didn't expect that. I don't know why. I just thought it would be heavier. Which is important to me because I'm already wearing, 95 pounds of lightweight army equipment. So, if this weighs more than a magazine of ammunition, I'm not taking it. That's just the way I'm in. So, moving to the handguard. I actually don't own any other knives with handguards on them. Call me crazy, right? But that's because I don't own very many fighting knives. I own like bushcrafting utility type knives. I can already feel it doing its job. It curves back onto your hand, so definitely keeping my hand from slipping up onto the blade. Probably pretty effective also in preventing over penetration and in blocking other objects from hitting my hand. Right? Kraton handle, not extremely hard, tough plastic, and it's not soft like rubber either. It's like right in between. Perfect. Very, very good purchase. That's unexpected as well. I really like that. Also, there is no play in the handguard or blade, forward, backwards, anything like that. Moving on to the butt cap. It's pinned construction right here, so this could come off again eventually under hard use, I guess. Just like this handguard could probably come off under hard use. There's a little bit of space, just reinforcing that this and this are not part of the blade and full tang construction. Okay, they're separate, so they could fall off in theory. I do like that it's flat. I like that. In the era of glass breaking, handles, this is nice because if I actually had to hit something with it, I'd feel pretty good about doing it. I'm not saying that's a good use of your blade, but if it had to be done, you got a lot of good space there to do it. Just as a side note, I don't know what's holding this handle on. If it's some kind of adhesive, or it gets molded onto it, or if it's just slipped on. If it is slipped on, and this handguard fails, and this butt cap fails, I don't know what would keep it on. It could slide off. Just something to be aware of. I just drop some duct tape around it and roll with it, right? But, keeping it real, talking about first impressions. So, that's the blade. Another thing too, because the handle is sort of roundish, it's not completely round, but round enough probably that if this was sticking in the ground and you just grab it at night, if you're working in low light conditions, you might not know which way the blade is oriented. If you grab this and you just work your hand up, in any direction, you'll feel this handguard. That'll give you the 50% solution, right? The blade's either here or here. Move your finger up, and search for this fuller, and do that by placing your finger and working away. Don't go back and forth, you cut yourself. When you feel the fuller, you know that this is the back edge of the blade. So just a technique if you're working in low light conditions. Non-knife related topics. Sheath. Good sheath. Like it. The way it's designed, you can actually put the blade in either way. So that's pretty cool. Lots of good attachment points. That's important for me. I like that. This up here is, I'm not going to say hokey. It's very effective when you clip it. I've seen it holds it in tight. But this is so good. This plastic part is so good. I'm saying you don't need this. I would like the ability to remove it. In fact, I might just cut it off eventually. But it does do its job. It snaps on there very securely. So if you were having this like on the outside of your ruck or your pack, you know, you had all this stuff secure, it's not going anywhere. But just carrying it, taking it in and out, you probably, I probably don't want this on there. Another technique that you can utilize, that I probably will be utilizing, is to put elastic sewed from here around the back to this other part, so that when I pop the clip open, it folds away from the blade. Because I've had it on other knives, I've done it, I've seen other people do it. You keep this real sharp, you draw it out, you'll cut this. See how hokey this is? It just spins. You'll cut it off. But when you clip it on there, it does hold it secure. Very good. Great sheath. I've seen many an excellent blade be basically ruined, quote unquote, by the sheath. Because in the wrong sheath, a good blade is a nuisance, if not dangerous. You know, it can hurt you. If I have a good knife and a bad sheath, I'll just throw it in the pack, you know, where I keep good accountability of it and make sure it's not cutting in anything it shouldn't be cutting. And I'll be okay, you know, but they did a good job on this. Okay, any other non-knife related issues here to talk? Well, I know I'm going to get the question, so gloves. Well, I'm wearing gloves. No, I am not a tactical ninja. I'm wearing gloves because I have a hand injury. It's kind of gruesome, and I don't want it distracting from the video. So, this is my very first video on knives, and like I said, I wanted to hurry up. I don't want it to be a long video, but it's just over initial impressions. And if you guys have any recommendations for me to how to improve these videos, or anything else that you'd like to see, just let me know. I will hopefully be doing a second video of this in time to tell you how this knife worked out for me. But right now, it's like day one, just got it out of the box. So thank you for watching the video, and stay safe, guys.